Okay, here we go. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to day 3 of our fitness reboot. So you guys coming in live now. Hello, say hi as you join in. Sorry we're starting a few minutes late today. I was literally pushing my kids out the door. We're having a week here. My husband tested positive for COVID this weekend, so we are all in quarantine and feeling fine. Don't worry about that, but I have my little ones home and working. And I took a really funny video yesterday of me at my desk, and my kids were like on the bed back here, just like jumping off the bed and running around playing with my weights. It was super entertaining. So I hope you're well today, and great job, everybody. I had so much great feedback from everybody on day 2 that you had enjoyed that stretch. How good did that feel? And learning about stress, learning about overwhelm, learning about how to take care of yourself with this slow change step-by-step method. So I'm so glad you got that, and you're going to get a lot out of today as well. We are going to talk about the root causes of your low energy and how we overcome that, right? It's all about why is this happening and how can we get better. And I know you signed up for this, right? When we talked about this fitness reboot, yes, it was about the workouts, but it was about restoring your energy, because this is it for so many of us, isn't it? Like, I'm just tired. Tired. Why am I so tired? I wake up tired. I'm tired in the morning. I drink coffee. I'm tired after lunch. You know, we hit that afternoon slump. We get to the end of our day and we're just dragging. And this is truly an energy crisis, right? This is not the way that it's meant to feel. This is not the way that your life is meant to go. And I want to make sure that you know that if this has been your normal for months, for years, for decades, that even though this is your normal, this is not normal. This is not normal. When we are in a good place, when our body is in balance, we should have good energy, enough energy throughout the day. So we're going to get to those root causes and figure out why you are feeling so tired and help you to know what to do going forward. And I want to make sure right at the beginning of this training that I am very clear with you that, like, what we're going to talk about is a pretty complex topic with a lot of different facets. And so I'm going to skim the surface today so that we can keep this short. But this Saturday, this weekend, I am doing a live training. It's a live web class that I run typically every month because it's such a game changer for special needs moms. And it's about 3 simple solutions to having better energy and losing weight, where we are going to deep dive into this topic some more. And so I wanted to share that with you guys today, because if you're here and this is a huge issue for you and you want to learn more about this and see about finding some solutions to this, I just popped the link here in the comments so you can sign up for that. It's totally free. I do this because I believe in giving and serving you guys about these struggles that you're having, right? And helping you to break through out of that. So sign up for that if you can. And so also make sure you leave a comment here and let me know if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on replay. Interact as much as you can here, and I will hook you up with our recipe giveaway for today. All right, so let's talk about this. What is causing your low energy? I want you to know, first of all, that this is my story, right? This is my story, and my dog is here too. I have really struggled with low energy, and it took me a while to figure this out, mostly because so much of what I was taught about exercise, about nutrition, about fitness in my background as a trainer was just a small piece of the puzzle. And so I came out of, my crisis, I would say, with my kids, just completely exhausted, completely exhausted. And part of that was due to what we talked about with stress. And we're going to shine a light on another topic today. And this is all about hormones. It's all about hormones. We're going to talk about two big hormones today, insulin and cortisol. Insulin and cortisol. And let me know in the comments if you have heard of these, if you know anything about these, if this is brand new to you, and you're like, wait a minute, hormones? Megan, I thought we were talking about working out and fitness. Yes. Yes and yes. Because our body, our energy, and our function comes from a series of hormonal processes. And recently, we are learning more and more and more about this with modern medicine and modern technology. And so a lot of what informs the things that we have known for decades and decades and decades is old information. And today, I want to bust this hole into something that you probably believe about exercise and your health. That this is all about burning calories, right? Have you got a wearable device to track your calories? This is all the rage right now, right? And calories are not as important as we think they are. They're just not. Now, calories, like, we obsess over this because, you know, we're looking at how many calories we've burned and maybe how many calories we eat. And this has been the model, and this has been the system that has been taught in fitness, in healthcare, in weight loss for decades. I was the same way. I came out of having my kids and I was like, cool, let's lose the baby weight. I'm going to eat less calories. I'm going to amp up my exercise a ton, and I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to feel great. Well, guess what happened? I felt like crap. I was miserable. Miserable. I was exhausted. I was hungry. I was working out, and that was cool. That did a lot of good things for my stress, like we talked about yesterday, but I was miserable because I was focusing on calories. And it's not about the calories. It's not. Our calories are representative of energy, right? Like when we eat, we are taking in energy. And when we exercise, yes, we're putting out energy. And but we need to eat enough calories to have enough energy. And when you work out, honestly, it is not actually about how many calories you burn. What this is it's called the energy balance model. This was from early 1900s. This research came from. And there's a lot of research now that this just is not the only way to lose weight, first of all. And it is not the whole picture of what's going on. So I know it's like mind blown right now, but I want you to let go of the fact that like you need to obsess over calories, because you do not. And the workouts that you do are not all about burning calories. Okay? So what is it? What is it with these hormones that makes a big difference? So when we are looking at energy and where our energy comes from throughout the day, there's a couple big players in our hormones. The hormone insulin, which manages your blood sugar, is one of the most important that we can pay attention to. The major role of insulin in your body is to manage your energy. This is what it does. It takes the food that you eat, it processes it, it gives it to your body where you need energy, and it manages if there's extra energy, like if you've eaten more than you need. And this is the role of insulin. Now, if you've ever talked to anybody who has diabetes, or you can even let me know if you are here, when we are looking at people with either insulin resistance or this hormone has gotten like out of whack in their body, they're exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. Why? Because their body's energy system is way out of alignment. And so the exercise that we do and the foods that we eat and how we go throughout the day, when we can focus on getting this our blood sugar and our insulin levels to stabilize throughout the day, this is the number one factor for helping you have good energy. And so letting go of calories and thinking then about, am I nourishing my body and am I moving my body in a way that is going to keep me balanced? So a really good example of this is eating or not eating and exercising and then not eating enough to refuel your body. Like this throws this balance out in your body really fast, because you're going to head into low blood sugar, your insulin levels go out of whack, or eating way too much and your insulin levels go out of whack, and then your energy crashes. So again, I'm not going full detail into this, because if you want to learn more about this, Saturday we're going to deep dive into this. But I need you to know that when you choose your exercise and you're looking at this, like doing movement in a way that is going to be balanced is the most important thing for you. And so these 20-minute boost workouts are fantastic for helping with stabilizing your insulin levels. And what this does is that every single day when you move your body a little bit, you're getting your insulin levels start to regulate with this. And it's so good, way more beneficial than doing like a couple of big workouts each week, because you're getting that daily movement, because this is going to help regulate your blood sugar on a daily basis versus each week. Okay, so hormone insulin, exercising regularly, consistently, and eating to help balance your blood sugar, and then cortisol. This is the other big hormone, and this is our stress hormone. Have you heard of this before? It's a big player. It's a really big player in our body. And so when we talked yesterday about stress and overwhelm and all of that, and when our insulin levels elevate, when our cortisol levels elevate, this releases a flood of energy, because this is our fight or flight hormone. So getting that burst of energy from stress, this happens short term. It's really cool. This happens when we work out. When we do the boost workouts, actually, this is one of the hormones that's triggered in your body, is this little bit of cortisol. It gives you a burst of energy. That's why you feel awesome. That's why your brain turns on. And it's great. It's great. But what happens after your cortisol levels elevate is they need to regulate. They need to regulate. This happens when we sleep, okay, getting good quality sleep. And this happens by having downtime and calm and safety. Now, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Like, well, what happens when my entire life is a ball of stress? What happens? We live with chronically high cortisol levels. This cortisol amps up in our body, and it doesn't ever actually regulate and come down. If you're getting like 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're probably going to do okay with this. But if you're not, and you are like chronically anxious and stressed out, this hormone is staying really high in your body. And when that happens, that hormone that should give you that really good burst of energy to help you get through whatever stressful situation or whatever workout or whatever challenge you're faced with, all of a sudden you run out of energy, because your body is trying to pump energy out to help you do the things that you need to do to get through the stressful time. But when you run out of that, we hit fatigue, we hit exhaustion, and things go south really fast, really fast. If you've ever heard the term adrenal fatigue, this is a real thing. This is when your stress hormone is like, your system, I literally cannot put out any more energy right now. This leads to cravings, because your body is desperately trying to get that energy in, like especially high calorie, high sugar foods, that quick burst of energy. So if you're dealing with like intense cravings, if you're dealing with exhaustion, this is a hormonal thing, my friends. This is a hormonal thing. And it's complex, but the simple things that we can do are taking time for that little bit of daily movement and taking enough time for rest. Taking enough time for rest and letting that hormone regulate in your body. This is important with workouts, as well. With exercise, doing high intensity workouts too often is going to push that cortisol level really high and keep it there. So with interval training, like what we do in the boost workout, or if you are like a runner or you love cardio workouts, we talked about this, the hormone cortisol pumps up in your body whenever you do a high intensity workout. And if you are doing too much of that or too long of that and not having recovery days and not balancing this, you will send your body into exhaustion by working out too much. I have seen this all the time, and I did this in my journey when I was trying to lose weight because I was trying to burn all the calories and I was trying to feel better, and I was exhausted. So when I brought my workouts down a notch, when I brought this down so that I was cycling workouts, is what we do in the boost workouts, like we cycle muscle groups, so it's not all high intensity, all out all the time. This brought my stress level down. I incorporated yoga and stretch like what we did yesterday and gave myself scheduled off days, scheduled rest days to focus on bringing that hormone down. And once I worked on stabilizing my blood sugar and getting the insulin levels steady, everything changed. Absolutely everything changed for me. Not only am I in the best shape of my life right now, when I'm also my busiest, like I've started a business, we've been through the pandemic, like I've got 2 young kids, I am the busiest I have ever been and have the most responsibility on my plate, and I'm doing the least amount of exercise that I have, and I feel the best, and I'm in the best shape of my life. How does that happen? How does that happen? It's the hormones. It is getting the hormones regulated and getting your body the things that it needs to actually have the energy that it needs, not just trying to get your body into a certain like physical place by this old washed out system of calories in, calories out. So hormones, they are fun, they are complicated, and they matter. So let me know in the comments here as we wrap things up today, what in this really landed with you today. When you're hearing about these hormones, when you're hearing about the calorie balance, what aha moment did you have today? And I'm going to reach out to you guys as you comment on this so that I can answer any specific questions that you might have about that. If you've been trying something and it hasn't been working, or if you know you're living in that chronic stress place, or you know like those cravings, the low energy, the not eating enough, or not knowing how to eat, if that's you, let me know, and I want to help you with that. Okay? Saturday is the day for the workshop. Make that if you can, but if not, I will do the best that I can to support you through Messenger. And you guys have an awesome Wednesday. Today is leg day. I love exercising my legs. Having strong legs is the best. We've got some more good stuff coming tomorrow, so don't miss it. Stick through to the end. It's going to be worth it. We've got our big giveaway coming on Friday as you keep going with all of this. And know that I am cheering you on. I believe in you 100%, even when you don't believe in yourself. So keep going. You're worth it. I'll see you guys for the next one.